Does it seem like a good place to start the vlog?
Yeah.
As good as any?
Yeah.
Where's your mask? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh. So it is currently Thursday. I think it's like 7, huh? Like 7 p.m. And we are making our way into check-in. But I figured if I don't start vlogging now, nunca se me va a hacer. Huh.
Nope.
We'll tell you guys about it, or about how our day got
You're
to
gonna have to
here.
vlog as much as you can because my vlogging skills.
No, you better fucking step those skills up.
Point.
I got them huge, all pointy. Yeah, so whenever we're able to catch you guys up, I will, because it's kind of happened pretty fast.
You're not nervous yet?
No, surprisingly. I'm telling you, I wasn't nervous. I was just sentimental. Yeah. I feel like the same thing's gonna happen that happened last time.
I mean, as soon as
It's gonna go by and I don't even know what happened.
Yeah. As soon as you said like, let's go.
So it is 7:40. What?
7:48.
7:48, you guys, and now I have everything going. I have an IV on my right hand, which is what I'm holding my phone with, and it hurts. But I wanted to update you guys. You know what we should do? We should do a tour of the room so they can see it. You're gonna have to do it here.
It's my king size mattress. I'm gonna miss my bed tonight.
So am I.
It's a little baby bed.
There's gonna be a baby in there.
Hopefully soon. No?
Yeah.
Our 5-star hotel bed. I didn't. I honestly, I tried.
You tried to do that?
Yeah.
You didn't say anything.
I told you I'm not gonna say nothing. Babe, I barely say anything in damn person.
That's a lie. That's like the shortest tour. But anyways, you guys come in through here, and then the baby bed over there, the nurse's side, Khali. The bathroom, which you guys saw, all the baby's information over there. Khali. Thank you. And then the chairs.
That's my bed.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna be a chair. You ain't sleeping. If I'm not sleeping, you're not sleeping. Okay. You gonna shower? Okay. You have 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
That's it. Okay, let me update you guys on what's happening, or what happened today. So today was my last appointment. I am 39 weeks in 1 day. I just remember mentioning to her that I feel like I haven't felt him move as much these past couple of days, because he usually moves like crazy, and I felt him maybe like once or twice, but it wasn't as much as usual, and it was enough for me to notice. So I told her about it. She brought out a ultrasound little machine, and the kind of doctor that she is, she says that she doesn't take any chances, and usually moms know. So since I was telling her like it was concerning me, she definitely listened and checked, and turns out that he was low on fluid. Again, today's Thursday, and I was supposed to be induced on Sunday. So it's not that we were too far gone, but she said that there's no point in waiting till Sunday if he's already low on fluid. Like, let's just get you next door, because it's right next to my OB's office. So she's like, okay, well, did you guys bring your hospital bags? No, we didn't. We didn't have no hospital bag packed, no diaper bag packed, nothing, even though we were gonna get induced on Sunday, but we swore we'd have like all the time in the world. So we told her that we needed to go home, get all that stuff, and then come back, which we did. We took our sweet time. We left the office like at 4:40, and we didn't get here till like you guys saw till like 7. But we packed our bags. I even had groceries delivered at the house, so we had to put our groceries back. And then we got clothes for Gio and Jaden. We said bye to both Gio and Jaden. They were at each other's grandma's house, and now here we are. So that's how we ended up here. But anyways, I asked the doctor or the nurse the medicine that we're waiting on. It's Cytotec, and last time when I was induced with Joanny, it was vaginally. Now it's gonna be orally, so that's gonna be a little different. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous because I hate anything that can possibly make me gag or like make me feel nauseous, but she said it's really small, so I'm okay. So yeah, así estamos. My IV hurts. I don't know if it's just because I know there's a needle in there that I think it hurts, or if it really hurts. I don't know. Can you guys already tell like I'm tired? Ya valió. But I'm really anxious. I'm really nervous this time around. For some reason I have like an uneasy feeling, but I'm hoping that's just the nerves talking and everything's fine. But yeah, I guess I'll update you guys when something happens, and we'll go from there. Oh, also, we have 3 baby names picked out. For the record, it is Sadel, Mateo, and Joel. So in English, it's Zadel, Mateo, and Joel. So we'll see which one we end up picking. We'll see. Future me, what did I pick? We'll see, because we can't decide. So I was telling Jesus, like, once we have the baby out and we see him, we'll know. A ver qué le cuadra más. But okay, guys, I will update you guys later. Ya hace poquito que me tomé the Cytotec. I honestly already forgot what it's called. They gave me like a tiny little pill, and I had to put it underneath my tongue, and it dissolved. It didn't taste like anything. If you were wondering, it just had like a little chalky consistency, but it was fine. But I guess my contractions started because she came in and she's like, we're gonna try and slow them down. So I have fluid now connected to me. Yay, I got my sandwich. And we also ordered food.
For real, it looked good. It smelled good too.
Does it? Yeah. It's because I didn't know what I wanted, and since I'm not like restricted or anything right now, she said I could eat, so I know I have to eat. Porque después, I'm not going to. Thank you. You bring my makeup?
Yeah, right there. Chocolate makeup on.
No, but if I need to touch up, you never know.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch up.
I probably look dead as it is anyways, because this makeup I did it really fast, and I wasn't expecting to have a baby. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
They're good? Okay, well, I'm gonna eat my sandwich, and then I guess the nurse is just gonna monitor my contractions from the other room. So again, we'll keep you guys updated. Yeah, she came in here. That's why she put me on this. She's like, your contractions are really going. She's like, can you feel those? And I was like, no.
They're like literally.
It feels like I have to pee, but don't.
They're like going past the page, like the graph. It's going all the way up. You can't even see it, and it looks like it draws back
Really?
down.
This is exactly what happened with Giovanni. Like, everybody kept telling me, they were like, you don't feel those, and I was like, I feel my stomach tightening, pero no me duele. So I'm like literally hoping it is the same.
That's so high, I can feel it. For real.
It's a lot.
And then it's constant.
Oh, here,
like,
you
little
can show
baby
them.
ones.
Get the sandwich. Oh. See, that one's really high there. All these. You can't feel that.
Well, I feel like my stomach feels tight.
But
Will you hold
it's
it?
not painful though.
No, like it feels like
You look good, look.
it feels like when you have to pee. I look good. Could I say that?
You look good.
You know what I was thinking? I was like, we should do the baby mama dance. You know how they be dancing?
Oh yeah. Your water breaks.
I had that like movie scene water break. Like it's a lot of liquid and it's the pop, and you're like, oh shit.
Did you feel the pop though, like inside?
Yeah. So that's what
Like a
I'm saying,
balloon
like
pop.
pretty much. So I'm pretty sure, like I was hoping for like a natural labor, like to not get induced, because I wanted to see if my water would actually break like the movies, but it did the first time. So I'm thinking this time it's gonna be the same.
You just got off of, well, you're like in one right now.
Yeah, I feel it. Well, it feels tight, but no me duele. Obviously, I'm so
I
tired.
was gonna hate you.
Why?
Because you're not even, you're having contractions, obviously, but you don't even really feel it.
Well, it's because they're not intense yet. So. Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to show you a little update. It is currently 1 in the morning. I was supposed to get another dose of cytotec, whatever, I can't say that, at 12:40, and instead they're gonna give me Pitocin even though it was scheduled at 4:40. So that's because the contractions are moving along nicely. I'm currently at a 3. So it's a little update. I still look tired. I look the same.
It's just because of the light, right?
Yeah, we'll blend the lighting. So you guys, it's 2:06 in the morning, and I think I did like a little clip I showed you guys, the little board. They started me on Pitocin, which is what's going on over here. You guys, look at the size of my hands. Can you tell the difference? You can. But this one's super poofy. This one, I'm telling you guys, it hurts. So I'm currently on Pitocin. Been on Pitocin for almost an hour, and I'm definitely starting to feel it now. When we arrived at the hospital, I was 1 centimeter. Now I'm 3. Now I'm hoping I've dilated a little bit more, but we'll see. And I just finished touching on my makeup because I knew it was about to get intense. And yeah, we killed an hour, huh? Jesus had to help me. I was doing my whole makeup with my left hand, and he was holding the mirror. Yeah, so right now I have the, let me grab it, the medicine ball. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna just sit on it for a little bit, because ya estuvo que no nos vamos a dormir, huh? Jesus is he's trying to figure out when to squeeze a nap in, and 30 minutes ago would have been a good time, but I can't get over how fat my hand
Can you
is.
try to get on it now?
Oh.
My mumbling or what?
Yeah, if one of us is fucking drunk.
It's you. You got all the medication.
Look how big. No manches.
Just a big ass boy.
Put that down. Yay! That feels better. Okay, so.
Where's your pain at? 1, 2, 3. You're like right here. 2.
Yeah, I'm like at 2 in pain. No pain medication yet. It's uncomfortable. It feels like a lot of pressure and cramps, kind of, but so far so good. And I am gonna try to do it again without an epidural. But I will say that this time around it's a lot scarier because I know the pain. I'll probably wait till I'm actually in pain for her to check me so I could see how far along I am. I am thinking about fentanyl. Maybe around 6 or 7 is when I'll take my first dose of fentanyl. But yeah, that.
60. 50s. No, it's just not really going any lower than like 20, 30. Unless you're like staying at a 30. Do you feel that? Yep.
Yeah.
Not yet. It's staying at 30.
I feel like it's like on the brink of popping. I feel super pressure. Is it going up?
20s. It's at 27. It's going to 30. It's staying there at 40. Okay, 60, 70, 80. No, quita. 60.
But I'm at a 6 now.
Yeah, 6 centimeters. So in an hour you went up 2 centimeters.
Yeah. I was telling Jesus if I was still at 4 while feeling that pain, I wasn't gonna be able to do it. I'm glad.
You're already asking for the epidural there.
For real, I'm scared. I feel like I'm still gonna want to ask for it.
Well, you don't gotta feel the pain. Huh?
But a lot of people say that they still feel pain with the epidural. I guess it just depends on the person.
Yes. I mean, with an epidural, generally you shouldn't feel pain, but you will.
Did you get, what is it? I keep forgetting the name.
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl.
You guys, 10 out of 10 recommend. It feels so good when I don't have a contraction. Like I do feel a little buzzed.
You feel a little drunk?
I feel like if I took like 3 shots.
There you go, babe.
Oh my god. It definitely took the edge off. If you guys don't know what fentanyl is, it's like a form of pain. What is it?
I mean,
Pain
it's a,
reliever?
yeah, a pain reliever,
So-
basically.
Definitely makes a difference. You guys Google it, I don't know.
Tylenol and steroids.
Yeah, now I feel like I could talk even when I'm not having contraction. Before I just want to like close my eyes. My voice is so raspy. Why? I haven't even been screaming, so I don't know why, but can you tell a difference?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking. And you're smiling. See right there, it's going. It's at 30.
Pressure.
That's 60. Oh, se le está bajando el pulse. Yeah, 90. Is a 70, se le está bajando. Yeah, 90. 80.
Like the pain hurts. But it's
70,
just pressure.
60. See right there, you got a 60.
Yeah, like when it's at 80, 70, 80, I could talk through it now. Like I don't have to relax to be okay, which is really good.
Que se le bajó
What happened?
la heart rate.
It's picking up your heart.
Gosh, where do I start? Okay, so obviously it's been quite some time since the last clip that you guys saw. I am now, oh gosh, how long has it been? It is June 14th, so it's been a little bit over 2 months since I gave birth. But obviously I didn't keep on recording, I didn't keep on filming because after the last clip that you guys saw, it went a little crazy. So I'm here to finish off my labor and delivery story. So let's just continue with what happened. The last thing that I remember, I didn't go back and look at the footage. I still haven't till this day, but I think the last thing that you guys saw was a little bit after I got my fentanyl, my pain medication. And if I do recall, I was around 6 centimeters dilated. Okay guys, I felt like I was gonna be all over the place, so I went back to my messages because I told my sister and my sister-in-law all about my labor, since because of COVID they couldn't be there with me. So I had told them everything that happened, so I went and I read all of that so I could give you guys a cohesive rundown of what happened. So okay, after I got my fentanyl, after I got my pen medication, I felt a lot better. I was at 6 when I got it, and literally 30 minutes after that is when I got to 9 centimeters. it was super fast and everything. So my nurse checked that I was at 9 and everything, but something was a little bit off because she told me, I'll be right back, I'm gonna go get another nurse. So I was like, okay, but whatever. So she came back with this other nurse, and the nurse checked me as well. They both agreed that I was around 9 centimeters dilated, which everything was gonna start getting popping, you know. But they were looking at each other, kind of talking, and I was like, what the heck are you saying? Hold on, my nose is itchy. I was like, estás gay. Secrets don't make friends. No, so I was like, what could they be talking about? And I kind of heard them say, there's 2. And immediately my mind freaked out. I was like, there's 2 what? I was like, there better not be another baby up in there. But low-key, there could have been, because they told me that I had 2 water bags. And keep in mind, my water had already broke. So that was not the case. I had 2 waters, which is weird to think about. But yeah, so one had popped and one was still intact. So when they were checking me, that's when they felt it. And that's why she went to go grab the other nurse. So I was like, oh, what the heck? And obviously that water hasn't broken yet. And I'm 9 centimeters dilated and everything's gonna start, you know, going. So they didn't tell me that they were gonna pop it, but immediately after the second nurse checked me, my water broke. So I'm pretty sure she did pop it, whatever. But it was so much freaking water, you guys. It was like a freaking tsunami. I think the whole first floor got flooded. Literally my stock got wet. That's how much water came out, or fluid came out. It was really gross. They had to change my pads, like my under me, twice. That's how much freaking water came out. It was crazy. But that little baby hurdle was broken. It was over with. Both of my waters had broke, which is crazy. And I did Google it, and one of the scenarios to which you could have 2 waters is that another baby could have been in there, but the baby didn't develop. But thank God, because I could not fucking handle twins. I just could not do it. Por algo pasan las cosas. But anyways, that was like the first little thing that was happening. And I was at 9 centimeters, keep in mind. So I wasn't recording or anything. I was in pain, but I was more in shock with the second water and everything happening, and knowing that I'm about to start pushing. My doctor was in the hospital at this point. It was her weekend to work that shift, so she was there regardless, which I was so happy about. My doctor came over. She's like, it's time to have a baby. And it's so funny because I still remember her. And she also delivered Gio, which I'm so happy about. But I was super comfortable with her and everything. And she's like, okay, let's check for baby, you know, now that they had broke my waters and we're good to go, 9 centimeters, whatever. So she puts her arm in there. She's like, uh-oh. And I was like, what do you mean, uh-oh? Like, nobody wants to hear that shit, right? So she's like, looks like his arm is in the way. So she was like, looks like his arm is up here, which is not good, because obviously you don't want that to happen. The first thing that's supposed to come out is their head. So then my actual nurse is like, oh, let me see. So she fucking puts her whole arm in there too, and she's like, oh, yep. So I'm getting nervous at this point, because I hadn't really thought about like what could happen if I just didn't think about that happening, right? Like him having his arm up, which low-key I should have known, because in every ultrasound picture when we did the 4D ultrasound, everything, he always had his hand up in his face or like around his head. And sure enough, when it was getting ready down to push, he had his little arm up there, and my doctor was telling me that she needed to move his arm out the way. But at this point, nurse number 1, nurse number 2, and my doctor, all 3 of them had literally shoved their arm in me to feel the arm and to like try to get it to move. So my doctor was like, okay, I'm gonna actually try to like move his little arm around. You're already at 10 centimeters dilated, so we have to, you know, push. So I was like freaking out, because I'm like, okay, it's go time. And keep in mind, it had barely been like 30 minutes since I got my fentanyl. So this happened in an instant. And you guys, them checking me and them putting their arms to like feel the little arm in there was so freaking painful. Yes, I was still getting contractions, obviously. I was still going through the like labor pains, and I had to stand still for them to like touch and feel, and like my doctor trying to move his arm around and out of the way. You guys, it was so painful. I seriously thought I was dying. I thought I was gonna go see Diosito like in a minute. Like, I could not handle the pain, even though I had no choice but to handle it, because it was go time. My doctor finally got the arm to move out of the way, and she's like, okay, it's time to push, which it didn't feel right. And I should have known, because I remember the first time with Gio, when it was time to push, I felt like I had to go number 2, and that's like the biggest indicator. You feel like you have to push, like your body has to push something out, right? and I wasn't feeling like that. But whatever, my doctor's like, you're 10 centimeters, let's push this baby out, let's go. So we pushed for around like 10 to 15 minutes, but I literally could not push. Like I didn't know where to push or how to push because I didn't feel that sensation. So I was exhausted, and at this point I had been in labor for around 10 hours. So we took a break, and my doctor felt in there. She's like, that's weird. And I was like, no more comments, please. She's like, you're actually around 9 centimeters again, 8-9 centimeters. And she's like, but that's normal. That's probably what happened because his arm was in there, so that made it seem like you were 10 centimeters, but you weren't. So since we moved the little arm out, you are at around 8 centimeters. And I was like, oh my god, this is horrible. Like I'm fucking going backwards. Like, don't tell me this. So she's like, I'll be back in a little bit, and when you are fully dilated again, like I'll come back and we'll start this all over again. So I'm not even gonna lie, I was like super defeated. I was just like, I already tried pushing. I was already supposedly at 10 centimeters. I already had freaking 3 arms in there, and I am so sore and in so much pain because, again, keep in mind, I was pushing without being fully 10 centimeters yet. So I was in pain, right? After all of that happened, obviously they're still monitoring my little baby's heartbeat, my heartbeat, and everything, make sure everything's normal. But because he did have low fluid to begin with, which is why I was induced from the beginning, from the get-go, they had to keep an eye on him. So he would get stressed out really fast, like to the point that they had to rush in their 2 nurses at each time to make sure everything was fine. So he was stressing out, and they checked and my fluid was low. So they called it, hold on, I wrote it down. They called it a amniotic fusion, I think that's what it was. So basically, because the fluid was so low, they got 2 like long strings, which they kind of look like straws. So they basically put 2 freaking straws, like freaking popotes up in there, and they were putting fluid in there for him in the meantime that I dilated as much as I needed to dilate, which I didn't even know this was possible, but they put liquid in there. I was like, what the heck? But anything that he needed, obviously I was gonna like sit there and like push through, but it felt so weird, like them shoving, like, and it was long too, but they were like shoving like the things in there and then the fluid. So yeah, after all of that commotion, I was exhausted. Keep in mind, I didn't sleep that night that I was like going through labor, but the night before I didn't sleep at all either. So I was running on no sleep for the past 2 nights. I was already in active labor with no epidural, now at this point 11 hours, and I had 3 arms in there. My cervix was turned, his arm was moving, extra fluids were put in there. I was done. My body was done. I had no energy, and I was thinking to myself, I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to push this baby out. I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this, but I just don't see any way that I could be able to push this baby out after literally the trauma that's been going on down there. And I was like, I need an epidural. I just need an epidural, and thank God they weren't busy. So they got Tim to go give me my epidural, and honestly it didn't hurt me at all. It didn't feel like a bee sting, nothing. I was just more so focused on these damn contractions that hurt so bad. And because I was on Pitocin, I was getting my contractions back to back, and they were so freaking painful. But I pushed through. I got my epidural. I asked him how long it will take to fully like kick in. He says it takes around 30 minutes or so, which 5 minutes after he left, I felt the urge to poop. So I was like, God damn it. So literally I could have waited an extra 5 minutes and I would have been fine without the epidural, but low-key not fine because I was already dying del dolor. Like I was in so much pain, nothing compared to Gio. And I don't know if this was because of everything that they did down there, like everybody checking me and like moving his arm and like tilting my cervix and my 2 waters breaking. And I don't know if it was all of that that made my labor that much more painful, or if it was just painful in general. I don't freaking know. But point is, I got this epidural. 5 minutes later, it hasn't even kicked in yet, and it's time to push. So I tell my nurse, like, no, like I need to push. Like this is it. I feel the urge, and that's when I knew. I was like, okay, this is it. I'm for real 10 centimeters because now I really feel like I have to take the world's biggest, you know what. So my doctor rushes back in there and she's like, yep, it's time for baby. Luckily his arm was out of the way this time and we were ready to push. So I start pushing, and I remember that my pushing was really fast. I pushed 3 times 3 times, so 3 sets of 3, and he came out. But it's funny because before the last push, I lost my contraction midway. So he literally, his little head was sticking out. And that was like the longest 30 seconds of my life while I was waiting for my next contraction to come to fully push him out, because obviously I didn't want to push without a contraction because I didn't want to tear. And my doctor was like, just hold on. And I was like holding on for dear life, but it was so freaking painful. I felt everything still. Oh my God, Jesus also surprised me. He was right next to me and saw the whole thing. He was not shy. He was in there. Eventually, he came out and it was great.
You got your nose. You got your nose.
What? It's okay, you can cry.
Okay, we're good.
Your little hands.
Rubbing on your belly every 15 minutes.
Yeah. Are you hungry?
This is an ice pack.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it between your legs. You didn't tear it at all.
Oh my God, that's what I was so scared
Your
of.
vagina is beautiful.
I did not tear this time around, which thank God, because that's what I was so nervous about. But yeah, I kind of regret not getting the epidural at the beginning because I ended up getting it anyway. But then I also regret getting it because 5 minutes later after getting it, I had to push and I didn't really feel the effects of it. But whatever, he came out and that's all I'm freaking worried about. And that was it, you know? Just the fact that I look back and I think about, like, I could have had another baby in there is the thing that I think trips me out the most. And yeah, also the fact that they had to move his arm. I didn't even know that was possible. Like, how do you put your hand in there and you feel the baby's arm through the bag? Like, I don't freaking know how that works. It was just, it's a miracle. It really is. Guys, that was the rest of my labor and delivery. It was super painful. It was super crazy, but it was so worth it. Would I do it again? Hell no. No, definitely not. But it was definitely worth it now that I have my baby boy, obviously. And I don't think I've mentioned his name on this channel. I think I've met her in any videos, but I have replied in the comments if you guys had asked. His full name is Joel Ernesto Flores Mendez. That fucking is long as hell, but that's his fault because we had agreed on no middle name, and in the end he fucking threw the middle name in the birth certificate. That's what I get for letting him fill out those papers, but it's okay. I would introduce him to you guys, but he's currently not here. It has been 2 months again since he was born, and I'm getting back into working and everything. But I will include a video, picture, something so you guys can meet him. He's so freaking cute. Okay.
Hello.
He's trying to eat his whole hand.
Do you want to eat? Why don't we feed you? Before we start doing anything else.
You're doing amazing, sweetie. He's like, no. Look at his little mouth. It's cute, huh? Tápalo. That's good. He's so small, huh? He has big black eyes. Big eyes. Pretty much. We all missed the whole bath. It's okay. Está nervioso, está nervioso. Uy. Enojón. Vamos a dormir. Oh, there it is. Oh. He's so cute. Uy, 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 uy. ¿Qué, Pepe? ¿Qué, papás? Di mamá. You guys, let me know in the comments who you guys think he looks like, either me or his dad. Everybody says that he looks like me, so ando bien volada that he looks like me. But yeah, you guys, that was my labor and delivery story. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you recently gave birth, let me know how your labor was, how your delivery was. If you're currently pregnant, best wishes to you guys. Remember, it doesn't matter how your baby comes out, as long as your baby comes out healthy and you're healthy. If you like this video and you guys want to join our little gang, our little fam over here, then definitely subscribe, hit the like button, hit the little bell notification, because again, I'm getting back into the groove of things. So if you guys want to join and not miss any of my future uploads, then definitely be sure to subscribe. But yeah, that is it, you guys. I will see you guys in my next video. Until next time.